Bengals is 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. That'll come out to the 25. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his third season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Daxton Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 16 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards there on 3rd down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, it's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Mixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. 4 yards. That gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They run for it with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. On the draw, it's Pollard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This would never get off the ground.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently, they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 43. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Another try for Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Mixon. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly... And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They've had
touchdown! Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead it's 2nd down. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. Tua going to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson, 43 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to an 8-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. This one fielded at the 5. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one taken in by T. Higgins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 40 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Check. Check, pitch.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Coming off of a Pro Bowl season 2020, many of us were stunned when Bradley Chubb had 0 sacks in 2021. That did come in only a 7-game season due to injuries.
But how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
Now a dump-off here complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Check, pitch.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow under pressure. They got him again. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
It's now 3rd down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night match. Back now in Cincinnati. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And they go play action now. Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And Burrow going to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Finding space at the 40. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you've got a guy with wheels, it could be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Two of finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a give here to Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 13, 34 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. Here we go. Burrow. He will find his man Chase, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. Here we go. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Come on, set.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we...
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the